Yeah, lately I've been seeing him going Marth, going Lucina.
He has a pocket corn too, right?
For
or
real?
is that just like the DLC hype?
Maybe. I didn't know about that. I like this new overlay we got right here. This purple,
yeah.
I'm feeling it.
It's slick. It's slick. All the information's right up there. But speaking of information, we got game 1 on Town City versus Zage and Snow.
And Fox's lasers and neutral here can pose a problem. Pacman takes a while to get his projectile, and the laser's just sitting there tacking on damage slowly.
I mean, it's not just the lasers, although the lasers are a big part of it, but it's that combined with Fox's speed.
Yeah.
Because he can switch between offense and defense at a snap.
Right.
And that's one thing that Pacman kind of struggles with. He can do like defensive play well, but then like I said, if Fox wants to be defensive, it's hard for him to close that distance.
Definitely true. And we were talking earlier how Zage may have some issues closing out stock, so this is his chance. Fox is a super light character in this game. See what he can conjure up.
That is true. But the thing about this stage is that, you know, the ceilings are low in Town City, so I feel like that can afford Snow a little bit more of an advantage if he manages to get like an even or a slight lead. As a matter of fact, even if he's a bit behind because of Rage.
That's
but
true.
right now, they're almost sitting dead even, only 2% separating these players.
The Hydrant, 16% knocks it out for...
I think it's 16 or
Oh,
13, but
wow.
speaking of knockouts...
Nice back air.
Nice back air.
Yeah, that was crisp.
Trademark that. Who was that Smash commentator?
Yeah. It's like...
Yeah, now I can never say it without thinking about it.
Right.
But speaking of thinking, now Zage,
Ooh.
all right, he's come up with a few ways to get a bit more damage tacked on, but without that Rage, Pacman's not going to be killing for another 20%. And now we're getting around that area where Fox has to start to sweat a little bit.
Yeah. Right now, it's all about just staying safe. You can see Snow, he's playing safe. He's not really approaching. Just sit on this lead and see what happens with it.
Yep. It's like I said, Pacman plays defensively really well, but offensively, he's kind of lackluster.
That's true. Very true. He's going to sit back and camp you, throw some stuff at you, but nothing too scary offensively, like you said.
Yeah. All right, looks like he has the Bell back on deck. He's probably just looking to trap Snow and maybe land an up smash. But Snow, what he was doing before is really smart, where every time the Bell is out, he jumps. And then if he's at center stage, Pacman really can't kill him with any of his aerials, since most of them are just flat out weak.
That's true. Nice use of up tilt there.
Yeah, that moves so fast. All right, catching his roll yet again and getting an up air off that. Zage sitting at 80%, and he actually was kind of close to dying, especially on Town City.
Yeah, up smash will definitely do it at this point. Back air will do it too.
Gets the down air and doesn't get the right window for the up smash, but, you know, Snow's not going to sweat.
That's it. There it is.
Yeah.
Forward smash. Nice close out there.
Yeah, the Snow Smashel.
Yep.
All right, it's not really winter anymore, but we're still gonna see some snow out here.
Hey, it's not over yet.
Oh yeah, especially in the state, it's gonna come back with a vengeance.
Yeah,
like every
yeah.
week. I hate the weather.
Yeah. Honestly, dude, we get it worse here in March.
Yeah,
That's
always
always the scariest. Yeah.
All right, but snow's about to, you know, creep up into this March. Well, it's still February, but it's almost March. We take it. But on game 2 on Smashville. Now,
Nice. I like how he got on top of that hydrant to avoid the lasers.
Oh yeah, just, you know, sitting up there, charging up his fruit, saying, "You got to come to me."
Yeah. Pacman's up B comes out so quickly on stage.
Yep.
The little platform.
Frame 1.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I'm an advocate for tap jump on for Pacman, because that way he can just like press up B out of shield, and then, you know, one frame, if you touch my shield, I'm out.
Yeah.
Peace.
Like you said, such a defensive character.
Yeah.
Good out of shield options, good camping options. Just that killing power, man.
That's the thing that holds him back, but also maybe the thing that keeps him balanced.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah,
Imagine if he had some like super OP kill move, like something ridiculous.
probably his back air, let's be real.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, but right now, Zage is actually, you know, sitting on that solid lead, but we've seen this situation so many times before.
Yep.
Yeah, and hopefully he can, you know, start to correct those weaknesses a bit and just land a kill move about now, because every percent that Snow gets is kind of a percent in his favor since he has that rage.
And you can see Snow holding on to the projectile there because Pacman can't summon, I guess. He can't bring any more fruit out onto the field as long as one is already out.
That's true. but then he has to let go eventually just to attack. But right now, he's building that lead slowly back. Goes for a ledge trump, but doesn't quite get it. And actually, the back air there might have been able to kill.
I'm pretty sure, I'm not too sure about this, but if you hit the hydrant while it's on its way down, next hit knocks it off while it's on the ground.
I think it depends on how much damage you deal.
Is it still percent?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's still like 13-ish%. Don't quote me on that. It's like 11 to 13, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's up smash.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. Just caught him at that right range with the bell to hit with just the very tip of the ghost head. Good spacing, good spacing.
Oh, nice.
Now, these are the situations where Zage actually shines a lot because, like I said, once Pacman decides he wants out, it's really, really frustrating to get back in on him. Oh, unless you do that. Unless you do that, yeah.
This game right here is like such a fundamental game we're watching right now. Nothing flashy at all. Just two players playing the neutral well and just taking what they can.
That's very, very true. And that's kind of where Snow excels.
Yeah.
Like, he has a really good neutral game, and then also on top of that, he punishes like very, very, I guess, deadly in a way. Yeah. He's very, very proficient at finding those every smash attack he can get. Something that some Foxes don't really, excel at. They focus on those aerials. Nah, Snow's going in.
Yep. I feel like this particular matchup, both of our Foxes and Snow and Tension would both excel in this type of matchup. That's just going to test our fundamentals.
Yes, actually, yeah, now that you mention it, you're pretty correct there because Fox can really just get around everything that Zage can throw out.
Oh, that's
going to be a punish.
Yeah.
Snow had time to sit there, think about what punish he wanted, and then maybe get a cup of coffee, and then actually force smash him.
Sometimes it's so free. The punish is so free that you like freeze up.
Oh yeah, it's scary when that happens.
Yeah. I like how when he deflects the hydrant and like freezes in place for a little bit.
But actually, now that you mention it, I haven't seen the hydrant reflected actually hit Zage.
Yeah,
once.
it's definitely not hitting, but it's scary, when it's rolling back at you.
Yeah, but I can't help but wonder. Okay, he's gonna take that damage for free. But I can't help but wonder if there's some sort of punish that Snow can do where he doesn't lose as much stage positioning running away from the hydrant. Because actually, for most of the stock, Zage has been sitting at center stage. He just switched it up now, but every time he's at the ledge, he has a hydrant to cover him. He doesn't always get hit by it like that situation, but oftentimes Zage is the one dictating the pace of the match, even though he's not the one with the lead.
Yeah. He's dictating the match, and Snow saying, look, I have no problem at functioning at this pace. Let's see if Snow can close it out. He hasn't taken damage in a hot minute. He's been at 55% for a while.
Actually, yeah. It's
Ooh,
hard. It's going to be pretty hard for Zage to make this comeback unless Snow really starts to commit to several different options. But if he keeps on playing the game that he is now, there's a minute 20 on the clock. He's like almost 100% ahead, and like Pacman can't kill him unless he lands a bell.
Yeah, unless he does something real stupid or gets gimped off stage, he's got this in the bag.
Yeah, but Snow or Zage starting to land a couple hits there, and now
no punish there, no punish.
Yeah,
up smash the shield.
Bit of spaghetti from both players there. All right, don't drop your shield. Yeah, okay, smart.
What is Pacman's strongest smash? Up smash?
I believe up smash.
Smash, yeah.
Yeah, his forward smash is
kind
of strong too.
It would definitely do it at this point now. With that much rage, 96 on Fox.
Actually, yeah. He might be like, it might be kind of close,
that's
but
it, though.
Yeah, was that a back air?
Yeah.
Slick. I almost missed
it. Snow takes 2-0. Close game there, but really a convincing set.
Yeah, the set counts convincing. Game 2 was, really close. Game 1, not so much.
Yeah.
But